See you laid out on the floor, try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more, claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son, actions over words, baby boy, is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come back sports, talking way too much, world come back sports, talking way too much, world come back sports.
Yeah. Hey, I'll try to say this to tomorrow, but I said, let me come on here and give about 30. Let me give 30 minutes, man. First in the building. Mike on deck. What's good with it, man? MD Mills on deck, man. Salute to you. The wild dog, Captain Chaos, is in the building. Carlos Rosado is on deck. WCS with the back-to-back. Yeah, I wasn't sure I was going to do this tonight, but I'm staying here for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to basically talk about, something I already mentioned way back when. I said that Spence need to pretty much get rid of Derrick James. I put it out there. I said he need to get rid of Derrick James. He has to have enough courage. And then people was telling me, oh, he's not going to get rid of Derrick James. He's not going to get rid of Derrick James. Look, first of all, when people thought I was just up here clowning on how a grown man should think, being slapped in the face with the mitts and walking away, man, he felt that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Spence not only felt that Diddy James was freaking showing out on him. It's like after he got home and settled down and everything, he had to hear all the backlash. He had to hear what the streets was talking about. He had to hear what the social media was saying. People was telling him, you know, man, he heard all that shit. And you know what? It was probably a lot of people out there saying the same thing WCS was saying. Get rid of Diddy James. It's not where you're supposed to be. It's not all this rematch shit, rematch. Okay, we're going to come back better next time. No, you can't out coach Bo Mac. So if you over there with Anthony Joshua training with Ben Davidson, Tyson Fury's old trainer, you going across a pond, you're basically going somewhere that's different scenery, different atmosphere, different air, a different aura, a different set of eyes. You know what I'm saying? Someone can critique you and tell you what you need to do. Not somebody's going to sit up there and just say, well, you know, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. This is what you didn't do in the fight. No, I'm curious to know if by chance how much Ben Davidson is going to teach you for this fight camp. Are you going to be over there in the UK, the entire fight camp? Or are you going to go over there partially and then you're going to return back to the US to Diddy James? I would behoove you. I know you got family over here and you can go back and forth to Texas anyway without even ever running into Diddy James. But I would suggest that you get as much training as possible over there, Arrow. I like it. I like it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I like you going over there. You know what I'm saying? That goes to show you want to come back in for the rematch better than you was the first one. I like that you going over there. I want this second fight to be way more competitive, man. You got to give us something that's way more competitive, bro. You got to give us more energy. You got to let the people know that you really give a damn about them aerosexuals out there losing their fucking mind. You do, Arrow. You got to let them know you do give a damn about them. Because them people are never going to be the same without you. And when I heard that you was over there in the UK training with Ben Davidson, I said, yes, 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. I love it, bro. I love that you taking an opportunity to go over there and it's good that Joshua scooped you up out that freaking bear trap you was in. You know what I'm saying? That furniture store, all that damn pledge you was smelling, that shit wasn't right for your brain, man. You was up there having to sit in front of a freaking fan just to cool down in a 180-degree freaking furniture store. I bet that wood smelled like shit up in there, man. Sweating all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Mm-mm. If you over there with Ben Davidson, where they say you are, I hope you stay over there majority of the fight camp, because I'm gonna be honest with you, Spence. You need to be somewhere other than Texas. I saw Mar Charlo down there in Florida. Now you over there in the UK, and Mel Charlo is definitely going to be over there, away from the furniture store from here on out. He's not going to have. You all need to make those decisions as black fighters. You say the one who came out, good on this is you and freaking Maul. At least you made some good money off Crawford. But now this comes down to the rematch. I don't want to see you going in there getting your ass whooped like you did the first time, because it's pointless for us to just go in there and with this fight being announced to say, you know what, this is going to be way more competitive than the first one. If we don't want to have the mentality like where he would Diddy James and he's going to look just the same as he did. That's what people's thinking. But now that you're over there in the UK and everything, now people are going to really start to dial back in and calibrate their sense of interest. You know what I'm saying? They're really going to calibrate their focus, just like Diddy James say. They're going to calibrate their focus, and their optics is going to be zoomed in, and they're going to pay more attention to this fight, because they do believe you can come in and make this fight more competitive. You got to, man. It's mandatory that you do this shit. It's mandatory that you go in here and prove to Crawford that you're much more competitive than what we've seen. I want you to be that way. I don't want to see you all over the canvas like that, bro. I'd rather see you not take the fight than come in here and get stopped even earlier. Come on, man. Show that warrior spirit, man. Terrence Crawford is that monster. Terrence Crawford is that monster, man. You're going to have to do anything and everything to basically allow yourself to be taught different shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to listen. Be willing to learn new tools. Remediate as short of a window that you got. Be disciplined over there. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting word that you're still in pretty decent shape. That is good. You can spend most of this camp, adding wrinkles to your game. I love it, man. I love it. I'm not pulling for you in this fight, because I still think with Ben Davidson, it's not going to change what Crawford is going to be able to do. Either you're gonna get stopped earlier, or you're gonna get stopped later. I still think Crawford has what it takes, regardless of who you with, to go in there and stop you, unless you run. And you haven't been running your whole life, bro. You're not gonna start now. You're not gonna be like Mel Charlo. You're not gonna go over there and run around the ring. That's not who you are. If you're running around the ring, your hands are gonna be idle. You're not gonna be throwing punches. That's just not who you are. You can't move off the back foot, punch, keep that jab active, move around, really keep active punch exchanges and everything like that. That's not who you are. You a come forward fighter, flat-footed, stand right there in the kill zone and try to fight. Conquest 2 on deck. What's good? Yeah, man. I wanted to let y'all know that Spence is over across the pond. You know what I'm saying? Spence is over there across the pond. Hill is on deck. If this is true, I hope Errol doesn't try to use some Fury old tricks. Also, I hope they don't use busted gloves like Fury. He'll come in here and say, if this is true. Hill don't have faith in what I be putting out. He'll still doesn't have faith. He's on the fence, man. You know what I'm saying? He got the cutters, the wire cutters there, and he's gonna sit there and wait before he actually cut a hole in the perimeter, and then come on side and see what's there. See what he's listening to. He's just trying to listen from the perimeter. He really don't want to walk around over in that area. You know what I'm saying? These niggas hiding in the UK. No, man. Look, some people feel that okay, they know majority of the coaches over here in the US. For Spence to pick up and spread his wings over in the UK, it's giving him an entirely different scenery, especially and to what people are talking about. I mean, it's a lot of distractions in the US, man, that you have to deal with. Social media and all that. I'm not saying social media stops over here from the US to the UK. No, I'm saying it gives you opportunity for a clean slate, so to speak. Clear your mind, focus on training, embed yourself. You know what I'm saying? Get the work in. Bro, you think it's not people that's trying to pull for Errol Spence to come back and do better? It's a lot of people that feel sorry for him, bro. 554, what's good? EJ should have went with Tarver. Do you think he could have went with Tarver down there in Florida and not had those distractions? You make a solid point. Now I like Antonio Tarver, but up to this point, what fighters have he had under his tutelage? I know he was on a rant and he said, "I need to train these fighters. I need to train these fighters." But yeah, he hasn't really been able to get no big fighters under his name except his son, who's still on the come up. But you know, Errol Spence has to have the confidence right off the back to feel that Antonio Tarver is the right fit. He just can't go over there and try it out. This is not a shoe store, man. You know what I'm saying? He can't go in there and slide into him, take a little walk in. No, he's wasting time. He has to go a place where he thinks for sure a coach that has a history. Ben Davidson has a history, and take it from there, bro. James is learning he got no choice but to humble himself. Man, whew. Man, what you talking about? Like when it comes down to what I think about Diddy James, dude. Man, Conquest coming here just slanging blades to my day. He said these ninjas hiding in the UK. No, man, clean slate, man. Get a new set of eyes on you, man. You know what I'm saying? Not all the distractions that's over here. I like it. I like it. I ain't gonna lie, I like it, man. Eric's gonna have a British access during the rematch press conference. I hope not, because he just need to stick with the accent he already has. He's already behind the damn speed limit on that. You know what I'm saying? For real. He might can get seen to Top Boy finale. I don't watch that, to be honest. Jamel going to Mexico to get trained by Eddie. Man, I think Jamel Charlo would definitely be local, and we might see Ronnie Shields and Guzman. Guzman, I think he's been waiting to give Guzman his shot at being head trainer. I don't know. I mean, Guzman stays in freaking what did he say Guzman stays at? Guzman stays, I forgot where he said he stays at, man. But I think he's been waiting to give Guzman his opportunity. And I'm not sure what the paperwork is, or was he locked in for Derrick James for a certain amount of fights, but he definitely, that was his last fight with Diddy James. I'm pretty confident about that. That was his last fight. That was Jamel Charlo's last fight with Diddy James, man. You know what I'm saying? The music has stopped. The DJ has packed up and went to the fucking crib, dog. You know what I'm saying? And them boys scattered like Dragon Ball, for real, right? For real, right? They was out that motherfucking dog. They was out that mofo, man. Cooking with Sir Senior in the building, man. What's good with it, Sir Senior? How you feeling, man? MD said Frank Martin about to go train with Inouye, the Monsters coach. Man, that's another thing. I think if Spencer's over there, I can't say where Frank is at. I doubt Frank could be in there with Diddy James. They might look at Frank as an up and comer that he still can get trained by Diddy James and be okay. Or he took Frank Martin over there with him. You know what I'm saying? He's his promoter, one half his promoter. So I hope he took Frank Martin over there because I won't want Frank over here saying, all I need is a little bit of to get on a plane to the UK. It's all right. I don't want him over here reenacting goddamn Nelly and shit, man. Band-aids all on his eye because he getting fucked up in the furniture store that Diddy built. Frank Martin about to go train. Tyson Fury got knocked out by Wilder. Ben Davidson was training him. He did, but you're talking about someone that has equalizers and dynamite like Deontay Wilder. Just think about what you're saying. That guy's on a whole nother level. Seriously, that guy's on a whole nother level, man. He's a very unorthodox fighter, Deontay. Very unorthodox, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about awkward as hell. Doesn't give you the frame that you think a fighter should have, the balance a fighter should have. But them hands he got, God bless him with that ammunition, man. That ammunition is lethal. Deontay Wilder ammunition is lethal. Shout out to Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more, man. What it do though, OG? How you feeling, man? He was ready, already dressed like a British supervillain at that press conference. He just playing the part. You talking about Spence when he wore those glasses, those prescription glasses and suspenders and slacks and all that. I don't have no problem with all that. When black people shouldn't be used to just dressing down every time like we can't dress up. It's nothing wrong with dressing up, man. It's amazing how people frown upon that just because he's a black fighter dressed to impress. That's what you should. When you see all these other fighters from different countries dressing up, when we see Canelo coming here with PJs, everybody commend him. Could you imagine if a black fighter, Crawford or Spence, came in with PJs on? Man, people be looking at them like, man, who the fuck you trying to be, Canelo? People be losing their damn mind, bro. I mean, we should commend these fighters that come in here dressed to the occasion. Guzman stays at Gleason's gym in Brooklyn. Okay, all right, right. Okay, thanks for that info. So Guzman's over there in Gleason's gym. I don't know how long his stay is over there when he's in Texas, because he was definitely over there for Texas. I mean, not for Texas, but for Jamel fight leading up, he was definitely over there in Texas for that Jamel fight with Canelo. I think he should go with Guzman too, man. I think he should go with Guzman. I saw Frank Martin on the mix with another trainer on IG this week. Frank might have packed his bags too. I told him, man. I told people that they was leaving. I told them they was leaving, man. I'm going to have to start bookmarking my live streams, man. I told them that they was leaving. I told them that they should leave Diddy James first. And then I said they was going to leave. They're definitely going to leave, man. It's over and done. The gig is up. Brian Bomack turned the key on their ass. He said, no more hiding. It was a rap classic. He turned the key on their ass, opened up the goddamn door, and let everybody see what was on the inside at the furniture store. They let everybody see. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened. He said that shit prior to the fight, and then it played out in the fight. It looked bad. It looked bad. It looked absolutely terrible. Derek, I don't even know how he's feeling right now. He just seems like and no matter what it is, it's gonna be fighters that come to him anyway. The only way that he's gonna gain back confidence for big name fighters to come over there where he at, besides just getting some mid work, is the fact that he builds up a team. If he chooses just to keep his goddamn fast talking ass in that world class boxing furniture store, he's gonna continue to get fighters to leave, bro. What happened to all those big names? Anthony Joshua scooped up Spence and went back, and now he's training with Ben Davidson too. What happened to Ron Garcia? He's in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Now Errol Spence is in the UK. Now Jamel Charlo, who we didn't see at all until Vegas. Until Vegas. That's when we seen him, until Vegas. We didn't see him in the pictures, to the lead up, to all access lead up for Spence Crawford. We didn't see him. We just seen him show up when the cameras was rolling and everything like that. And, he was just showing face. We didn't see him up there in the pictures. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? I would have put him on the Canvas University. I would have had him on the Canvas University too. He was a late signee, though. He made it. He was a late signee. He made it, though. For real. EJ should train with Roach Pacquiao. Does Spence want to train with Freddie Roach? I like that, man. I like him training with Freddie Roach. Freddie still, he still got the juice, man. Would it be a coach that EJ would really pay attention to and really buckle down and learn? Will he? See what EJ, for him to follow AJ over there across the pond. This is one of them new, these new sought after friendships that he find. He say, "Oh man, goddamn, let me go over here with AJ. AJ know where all the women at in the UK. I can get some boxing training, and then I can get some Liberty training too." He probably wanted a new scenery so he can go over there. If he stays focused, cool. But man, it's hard to stay focused over there in them countries. You're going over there to the UK and you have all those distractions. You never know, man. I'm not going to put EJ under the bus like that, but that's not a bad idea, 554. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine Freddie Roach talking shit and getting in between Manny Pacquiao's entourage? Roach knew and knows his place. Diddy James didn't. Yeah. You're right about that. Diddy James just he's always disgruntled, man. He always disgruntled as hell. You think that Rip the Goat Emmanuel Stewart would have cared about who? Emmanuel Stewart would have cared about RTB or Blu-ray. You think that Rip the Goat Emmanuel Stewart would have cared? How does let me see. I'm just trying to find out how to link that up together. Emmanuel Stewart. How you lost me there. I can't figure that out. Derrick James has been looking like an old lost boxing soul. Man, we know that's been going on for a long time, man. I fucks with ILTBA, man. You know what I'm saying? The chaos. I'm on a different type of energy. I fuck with ILTBA. It was what it was, man. But no, he put in his work too. You know what I'm saying? He paid his dues too, man. Real talk. Him and Blu-ray, they paid their dues, man. We all been around this social media way of travels for quite some time, man. We've been around this shit. A lot of people have grown since years ago. You know what I'm saying? So, shit that used to go on back then with this boxing talk, man, you have to look at it for what it's worth, man. You know what I'm saying? You have to look at it for what it's worth. You know what I'm saying? I wish him the best in getting what he got going on, man. Continue to grow as a content creator and talk his shit, man. That's one thing about it. He ain't never switch up. He always talk this shit. It's a lot of motherfuckers on here switching up. You know what I'm saying? Blood Boxing switched up on me just because I was talking about Crawford too much. Never did nothing to the nigga, but he switched up on me. I thought of all people, a nigga that I consider to be an OG, so to speak, just giving him the benefit of the doubt. The nigga switched up on him for talking about Crawford. I say, how can that be, man? Like, I could see if you and Crawford was best friends when he was growing up. But damn, how can you turn on me, though? I didn't do anything to you. And then you're going to say, well, people was telling me that I should stop listening to these Crawford, whatever the name he was saying, these Crawford buddies or Crawford dick riders or whatever he was trying to imply. I'm like, damn, why you listen to people? I thought you was a leader. I guess not. You know what I'm saying? I guess you ain't a leader, bro. Well, this nigga of all people switched up on me because I'm talking about a guy who I can't find one picture that he supported, but yeah, he gonna get mad at me for talking and doing lives on Crawford, rather than Spence, when he was supporting Crawford himself. That's what you call a hating ass, bona fide, legitimate, certified official nigga right there. They're gonna hate on you for something that you all are not even connected through and through for. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna sneak this me at that. So yeah, man. He deserved what he got, man. Fuck that. We said EJ need to hit up Roach or he lose the rematch. Mark my words, Davidson's not it. Hey man, I'm not putting up any resistance that you feel that Davidson I ain't. I've never been a Ben Davidson fan. You know what I'm saying? I've never been that guy. I just know him from Tyson Fury. And like somebody said earlier, yeah, Tyson Fury was cheating and he was with a certain coach at that time. I really don't want to go down that long slippery slope back then with the Deontay Wilder situation and all that. But I look at it like this. It's just a lot to tell me that Spence, you can go over there all you want. I don't know. I don't know if Emmanuel Stewart. I never really knew Emmanuel Stewart like that. I just knew he didn't take no shit. I knew he didn't take no shit. But I don't know what that had to do with anything. Where did that even come from? First of all, I'm just saying, where did them two come from? They do two different things. Blu-ray is not a content creator. He's a trainer. He's a strength and conditioning trainer. Shout out to Blu-ray, man. Shout out to Blu-ray. I don't have no problem with either one of them dudes, man. Real talk. Blu-ray is cool as a fan, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got respect for freaking IO. He been out here grinding in the trenches just like me, man. Look, you don't stay mad at somebody forever and a day if they're not putting out the energy like that. You know what I'm saying? For you to stay mad. Like we all went through some shit on this social media shit. It's the ones that continue to put this shit out there to be bullshit artists. That's the one that irritates the fuck out of me. Like it's been many that I had the opportunity of blessing them with a tombstone, but I'm like I said before, the one that just tipped the scale, you know who they are, bro. You know who they are. Rest in peace, the GOAT, Manny Stewart. Only cared about training his fighters. He didn't care about what made the fighters happy. Okay, I got you. Diddy James is overwhelming and controlling. I got you. He did care about his fighters. He did care only about the product that he put out, how much energy he put into it. I heard he was he was really about that shit, man. Like he didn't take no shit, bro. No doubt. Chaos. I get it, bro. Sometimes my comments get confused and I understand your meaning, so I figured I would try to help homie out. And what you mean, Philip? Talking about help the homie out. Look, a lot of people comments get confusing. I just wonder where it came at. Where did that come from? That's all. Hold on for a second. Um, I don't understand why fans have a problem with Terrence Crawford. He's done everything he was supposed to do at 147. Bud was smart to take the David Avenesian to stay active. And it's funny, I wouldn't say it's funny, but it's very interesting that people will still highlight the fact that he went over there and fought Dave Avenesian when he ended up receiving a paycheck, and he fought a fighter that was ranked high on the top 10 rankings. That's a legitimate matchup. And the way I look at it, Hill, is this. If you say Crawford ain't fought nobody, why are you concerned about him fighting somebody? If your whole, not you per se, but if your whole argument is that Terrence Crawford ain't fought nobody, why you get mad when he fight somebody? You know what I'm saying? He fought somebody that was on the rankings. It wasn't like how Carlos Ocampo came out of nowhere and he became the mandatory for Spence. They brought that dude from the depths of hell and brought him up to the light. He said, "Oh wow, it looks great up here." I mean, come on, man. Like he fought somebody. Just because it wasn't the fighter that they want, all they did was just take all that focus off the path, off the correct path. And then they chose to take a much longer route to talk about Avenesian, avocado, I be sneezing, anesthesia, and all this other shit. But it didn't stop. I try to tell him it didn't stop Crawford from going in there and what? Picking up another win in his hometown, selling the place out, and also getting a knockout. He got paid, man. I know people say it was 8 figures and all that, but I don't care what it was. He still got a paycheck. I'm not going to argue about how much the money was. All I know is Avenesian did not, any way, shape, or form, degrade Crawford's effort to go in there and fight Spence. If you felt that he was in there and he ain't fought nobody in his career, so Avenesian definitely wouldn't have did anything to enhance Crawford's Wall Street to go in here and fight Spence. He shouldn't have been able to prove any skills because they were saying that nobody on his resume has prepared him to fight Spence. Spencer beat everybody on Crawford's resume. They were saying Crawford, Kell Brook, yeah, they wasn't nobody. So it's really nobody on Crawford's resume to prepare him for Spence. And then he went in there and made him look like the easiest fighter. David Avenesian didn't get dropped to the 6th round. Crawford was dropped in the 2nd round. You know what I'm saying? So you can look at plenty of fighters on Crawford's 147 list, and you can say to yourself, he beat Errol Spence easier than a lot of fighters on that 147-pound roster. You know what I'm saying? He beat him easier than Sean Porter. He sure did. He beat him easier than Jose Benavidez. He beat him easier than Edis Kavalauskas. He beat him easier than Jeff Horn. It's plenty of fighters on his welterweight resume to have that argument. That's all I'm saying. For people to try to get mad at other content creators for supporting a specific fighter is just lunacy. It is absolutely that, bro. How can you get mad? It's just not for me to think about, man. It's just not for me to think about. When you're tasked with multiple, responsibilities, and you have timelines to get that shit accomplished, you can't sit up here and focus on who likes you and don't like you, especially if your task at hand requires you selecting certain people for a specific mission. And some people know that, okay, if I go on this mission, I'm gonna get more love. I'm gonna be able to get this medal, this ribbon, this, that, and the other. It'll look good for me, promotion to go on here. I get to get away from the family, this, that, and the other. And there's gonna be some people that don't get that opportunity, and they're gonna feel mad. You can't make everybody happy, especially on this YTC shit, bro. Diddy James was supposedly the one that got Albert T and Blu-ray out of the team. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I just didn't understand where you was going with it. I don't know, not like everybody don't agree. Like everybody don't agree with me. Everybody don't agree with IO. You know, they have no reason not to agree too much with Blu-ray, but Blu-ray cool people. You know what I'm saying? He's a parent. He's taking care of his kids. I'm just saying that's his responsibility, but it's just the fact he's doing it and establishing himself as a strength and condition trainer that does the exercises, you know, pretty much with the athletes and all that. But at the end of the day, yeah, I went through that walkway. You know what I'm saying? And everything comes with maturity, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything comes with maturity. That's all I can say. Everything comes with maturity, man. When you didn't understand or whatever, heard you asking about it. So I wrote the comment for you. So there wasn't a jab at you. Bro, I didn't say it was a jab, man. You gotta be over here long enough to understand my sense of humor. I did not take it as a jab, man. I'm just talking shit, bro. Do you know what time it is? It's 12:30. It's Friday already, bro. Come on now. Get in the mood, man. Join the festivities, man. You can't come over here with a sensitive shield up. I'm just reading your comments, so I can't put no voice to it. I can't see your temperament. I can't hear the tone on how you speaking. Why? How can I feel some type of way? I'm not feeling no type of way about what you put in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling no type of way. I'm just reading through the comments. I don't understand that right there. I don't understand that. You know, I'm just making light of it, bro. Diddy James show a pattern that he's a prima donna, and now the team is crumbling and scrambling. I like it, chaos though. I like it because he's an asshole, man. People always ask me, man, why you say that? It's just, man, no, he's not good. He's not good people, man. He's always irritated, popping off on people for no fucking reason. Like, dude, you're talking to a grown ass man that's older than you. I'm older than him. You ain't gonna talk to me like that, man. Like, why are you talking to grown ass adults like that? Why are you snapping on motherfuckers? Why you get happy for other people that really people are just like puzzled as to why you kiss so many people's ass, but yet, when Crawford name come up, you act like you hate the man. What'd he do to you? Is it somehow, some way, like you found out Crawford has been with one of your baby mamas? I don't know, bro. Like every time you hear Crawford name, you emote on the man. You get riled up, man. Every single time, man. And then to see that shit play out, you're gonna go try to molest the man's glove after the fight to see if he has some of his gloves. No, that's pussy shit. No, that's fuckboy shit right there. You trying to say, oh, let me try to see if he was cheating instead of checking yourself in the gym and see if you did enough to prepare him for Bud Crawford. To prepare, did you do enough yourself to prepare your fighter and yourself for Brian Bomack? Did you do enough? Guess not. Guess not, because Bomack told you, no more hiding, goddammit. Epic. Epic. How is Bomack gonna tell you, the trainer of the year, no more hiding? How dare Bomack tell you no more hiding? How dare you? He didn't just get trainer of the year. You did. You did he? How he's gonna tell you no more hiding? You just got trainer of the year. He knew something. He knew something. That's how he told you. He knew something. That'll be good, man. I hope so. Like I said, I hope he brings that, but he can't do it over there in the UK, bro. You know what I'm saying? He needs IO back in there, the original retro. And you want to talk about the retro throwbacks? He need to get back somebody who's original, who used to talk that shit about Spence. I'm serious. If anybody, that's the only person I say, hey man, that'll bring more people to the table. He allowed IO to walk out when he was with Carlos Ocampo. Man, he need to bring back them two and make it a throwback like these shoes. When shoes go on sale, they got the retros. Bring back for this training camp to get the media out there so he can start talking shit and get you back out. Because Spence ain't out here in the media like that. Who's talking about him? He used his girl's platform for a blink and a wink. I swear to God, that was a blink and a wink. He came on and then he ain't been back on since. Like, what the fuck? You just did a tour on the rocks with AO. We ain't seen shit yet. Again. So bring on somebody that's active with a platform, actively creating content. And yeah, you can't think about, oh man, well, it's clout. So what? He already been there. He already been your guy. So much to the fact you was defending when Diddy James was like, be quiet. Man, you a bummer, bro. Diddy James fucked up a lot of shit, man. For real. Getting them two people removed. That's fucked up, man. Black man, he ain't looking out for black men. He ain't looking out for no black man, bro. He ain't looking out for no black man. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't looking out for no black man at that point in time. You know, to keep, you know, ILTBA there, kicking media, going hard for him. Obviously, Spence, you know, somehow he lost his cojones. They must have been clipped. The hyena must have came up from behind and ripped him off or something, because he was taken up. He was taken up for him back then. He said, no, let him talk. What happened? All because, you know, I got stabbed in the back by disloyal to the boxing game. Man, come on, bro. Come on. That's just like a nigga choosing to find out his boy up here fucking his girl he was dating or something. I ain't talking about his wife. It's different between his wife and the girl. You found like your guy was fucking your girl. Who do you go after? Come on, who do you go after? Seriously. Spence should have went after Spence should have said, I understand, you know, there's holes everywhere. You know, the way he did you, I understand where you're coming from. He just did it several years ahead of time. He said he hopes somebody Spence lose so he can fire Derrick James. Well, let me say it. I was hoping, you know what I'm saying, people understand. I wasn't hoping that Spence lose. I knew he was going to lose. He just said it too far ahead. I hope Errol Spence lose so he can fire Diddy James. I said that shit way back then. So what's wrong with me saying and him saying it? It's just I wasn't on the team, but he was on to something. Man, I hope he fired him because he was experiencing that bullshit inside them damn walls. He was understanding that bullshit Diddy was saying. I don't like that motherfucker because this, and this. And then, you know, you had disloyal to the boxing gang going up there, stab him in the back, you know, because he felt like he wasn't getting the damn precious love that he deserved. He wasn't getting that humanity award. He was looking for somebody to goddamn show him the love and care that he didn't get from other adults that was in his inner circle. I get it. But when you have snakes like that slithering around you, man, you got to take them for what they're worth. When you put the shovel to the back of their neck, you cannot sit up there and keep it around. No, I'm just going to keep the head over here and the body. You keep them so close together, the motherfucker going to bind back and make that snake full again. They're going to bite you even worse. That's all. That's the history of that shit. He was on to something. I don't fucking blame him one bit, man. Yeah, I made light of it back then. But like I said, time go by, you start looking and you start experiencing. You start seeing this. You start, you know, hearing this from this people. And then you come to find out, okay, now I know why he was saying, okay, I hope he lose so he can fire his trainer. Well, I'm pretty sure he said he done lost now. Fire your motherfucking trainer. And I think that's exactly what's going on. Real talk. I'll be surprised, man, if Spence come up here and have Diddy James in his corner for this rematch. I'll be surprised, bro. There must be something with paperwork. If Spence has Diddy James in his corner, it must be something with paperwork, bro. He must got him locked in for some fights. And look, if you have him locked in for some fights, you don't have to bring him to the ring. You just pay him the money. Have Ben Davidson get a new fresh face in your corner. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Get a new fresh face over there. Let Ben Davidson, you know, be sitting next to you on fight week. Let Diddy James worry about the furniture store moving around them goddamn couches and shit. Them goddamn recliners, them motherfucking workbenches, dresser drawers, end tables, hutches, dining room tables and shit. Let him worry about that. Let Ben Davidson come over here and goddamn do what he got to do, and Spence walk in there with him and give a different look. At least the people will be like, oh shit. I'm curious to know what this is right here. I'm curious to know what that is. I'm curious to know what Spence gonna look like. Then you'll get the fans who gave up on Spence. Now you might get them to redirect. You might get the return, from those fans who have since abandoned the mission, aborted the mission. They might come back. Real talk, they might come back, bro. I think he did, back then, how hard he was going for Spence. He did what he's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? He rocked out for him. And they always talk about blacks supporting one another, but that was the case where you had blacks supporting blacks. Besides Diddy James. Diddy James didn't believe in blacks supporting blacks. He wanted the shit to run the way he wanted to run. And he had his highlight moments, but something's seriously wrong with that dude. Especially if you're listening, you need to get back to retro. You need to bring in Blu-ray. You need to goddamn bring back IO so you can get your goddamn face out there. Have him start talking your shit. You need to show up on the channel and whatever y'all got, dead that shit. You look, Spence, you can't let a scoundrel continue to keep you separated. And since you found out that Diddy wasn't shit and you separated since then, you can make your own motherfucking decisions. If he hoped you lost, I mean, what if you just lost, right? And it wasn't as bad as what Crawford put you in. It's a loss you would have took regardless, right? So you shouldn't look at it like, oh man, somebody wished me a loss. It wasn't in that manner. It was saying, damn, I wish he lose so he can get rid of that idiot. That's all. I wish he lose so he can get rid of that idiot, and then I can continue to do my thing. It ain't nothing wrong with that shit, because look, it played out. Look, years later, the motherfucking shit playing out. Crucial. Motherfucking shit playing out right there. Get back to retro team, man. Because goddamn it, if Spence starts showing up on that channel, man, that shit gonna be lit. But I know he too stubborn to do that, man. He too stubborn to do it. It's a lot of new faces on the there's a lot of new faces on the YouTube that don't understand the history. That history. I was at that fight. They don't understand the history. They don't understand when it was on Facebook. They don't understand none of that. But they should understand that the grudge shouldn't be continue to be held by Spence based off something that was so long ago. You took your L. Yeah, he was hoping you lose so you get rid of your coach. You found out your coach is exactly how TBA was saying he was back in the day. So goddamn it, you should apologize. Goddamn it. I don't know how a fighter can be on the back end of his career and still be mad at a content creator. Fuck all that shit. Goddamn, get back to retro team, the throwback, and light this motherfucker up. Show up on his channel. Goddamn, talk your shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, man, that's what need to happen. You need to think about going back to the old retro fit, bro. Seriously. I mean that shit. You should go back to the originators. You know what I'm saying? Get IO over there, get Blu-ray over there. Fuck it. That's it. None of these new content creators, none of that. Go back to what you had when you gave a fuck about him. You know what I'm saying? When he was talking this shit. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers was tuned in. You need to go back to the old school now that you got Diddy James out the way. Real talk. Go back to the old school, man. I'm being all the way 1,000 on that shit. Go back to the old school. Go back to the ones who was up there rocking out with you. Tough. He said, damn, I guess RTBA saw the future, man. Yeah, man, he did. It just looked bad for him because Spence was still undefeated and he hadn't quite got all the belts yet. That's all. That's all it was, bro. That's all it fucking was. That's all it was. He dropped the he dropped the prediction when it wasn't a prediction. All he did, he's seen shit from Diddy James that we're the people have been seeing play out over the time. Except the ones who's just pro PBC, they never gonna see it. But when you talk about what was happening in the gym, the people who had access, not everybody had access, but he was able to see what the access was, and he was letting the shit, play out. Many can say, "Oh, he should have kept it to himself," but it doesn't matter if he would have kept it to himself. If Diddy James didn't want them in the gym, how? Look, just to prove that this dude's an asshole, both of them got relieved of their duties. How can two black men get relieved of their duties, man? Because it was a lot of content creators here talking about they wanted Blu-ray. They were talking about Blu-ray. Blu-ray training Spence. He in great shape. Oh my God. Everybody was bigging up Blu-ray. And then when it came to the social media content wise, everybody was knowing that if you wanted to know what was going on with Spence, you go where? You go over the ILTBA and see what he has to talk about, because he was repping Spence super hard. That's what it was. That was the set. That was the set. Period. It's just fucked up the scoundrel, man. That scoundrel was in the group, and he had it. He wanted to take the place after the motherfucker tried to goddamn set his ass up to see the champ and all that. Motherfuckers went up there and say, "Well, this is the text." Man, just because he wasn't showing you love, goddamn, dude. I had you all right. This loyal to the boxing game, I had you figured out quick. I know that nigga was soft. I know you was soft, dog. I had you figured out quick, bro. Your shit was quick. It didn't take me much calibration at all. I figured your ass out, bro. A trip down memory lane, man. Man, he won his title in the UK. WCSU right, retro of the time. Great public relations and promotion selling point. Yeah, man. You gotta think he beat Kell Brook over there. And I don't know what type of condition Kell Brook in, but that'll be some good sparring for Spence. They've been in the ring together. It's decent work. Kell Brook ain't no chump. You know what I'm saying? Kell Brook ain't no chump. He only got 3 losses, right? He got 3 losses. Triple G, Errol Spence, and Terrence Crawford. He's still good. If he ain't on that nose powder, he's still good. So, it depended on them, man. It really depends on them. The social media landscape, man, from back then up to this point, it has so much history to it, but a lot of people ain't gonna know that because they wasn't on this shit like that. They don't know when Facebook was the shit. Like Facebook was the shit. A lot of motherfuckers wasn't on this YouTube. Facebook was the one that was popping off. Facebook had everything going on. It was Facebook, bro. YouTube was in existence, but boxing community, as far as whoever these content creators talking, and reporting on boxing, it wasn't as heavy as it is now. It wasn't. Anybody and everybody has a channel now. You know what I'm saying? All their goal is to get monetized and, build up a little audience to do what they got to do. It's all good, man. I ain't mad at them. But the cutthroat and all this other bullshit that goes on, it's pointless, man. But Errol Spence, man, I hope you stay away from Diddy James, man. Real talk. I hope Ben Davidson is a right fit for you. I would hate for you to waste time over there. But it's a part of me with Errol Spence. To you all in the chat, Chaos. I just don't know if Errol Spence is disciplined enough to do new things with Ben Davidson, especially if it requires him to jump outside his comfort zone just a minute. I don't know if he has the discipline. I don't know, man. I don't know if he's over there just to clear his mind and get away from Texas, or he's really over there just say, you know what, I'm really go through the extreme to do new shit, learn, and break away from certain bad habits that Diddy James had me in. If he's willing to break away for those bad habits that Diddy James put him in, cool. I like it. Because I'm going for Crawford either way there, Arrow. I'm just reporting. I'm just giving you the benefit. Hey man, if you're over there to the UK, make the best of it. Don't go over there to the UK and then just be over there hanging out and then going to the gym and doing the same shit you was doing over here in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Else is gonna be T-Mobile Massacre, 2 and a trailer for part 3. That's all. It's gonna be your part 2, part 3, all that shit. Improve so you can come over here and people can look at you, okay? Because you got them funky ass aerosexuals out here saying that wasn't even you, Spence. So that's why I'm encouraging you to do your best over there. You know what I'm saying? Listen, pay attention, remediate. You know what I'm saying? Focus, be on time. Because you got human beings out here saying, nah, that wasn't the Errol Spence, dog. That wasn't the Errol Spence. That was a clone. That wasn't him. I want the real Errol Spence. Please stand up. Please stand up. That's what I want. I want the real Errol Spence. I don't want no fake Spence. I don't want the one that's at Area 58. You know what I'm saying? The one that came from Area 58 and the real one's still out there locked up. You know what I'm saying? Under close supervision. Maximum security. You know what I'm saying? Strapped to the table and shit, doing tests. You know what I'm saying? I mean, goddamn putting gorilla cadaver, goddamn tendons in him and shit, trying to see if shit work. Trying to get this man superhuman, animalistic power, bro. I miss that whole era. I just got into YouTube probably 2 or 3 years ago. I use it for entertainment while working my job. Okay, man, you missed a lot of shit, bro. Like, man, when that shit was heavy on Facebook, god damn. I mean, that shit was stupid. That shit was crazy, man. Like Facebook was active. I'm talking about AK. Real talk. Facebook was the kill zone, bro. It was active. AKTIVE. And then they slowly but surely start filtering over here to damn YouTube, man. You know what I'm saying? But it just goes to show you, boxing's been in the game for so long, but yet they still work off the same templates. Like the system of boxing works off the same templates. It's not really a standard operating procedure across the board with each promotion. But there are templates for which boxing operates off on regularly. There are templates. And those templates is what make boxing extremely vulnerable to shit like shutdowns. Like boxing was struggling during the pandemic, struggling. There's no way that boxing should be struggling. Well, the fighters should be struggling, rather, as long as boxing's been in existence. I know every fighter that boxes isn't signed with a promotion, rather, but the fighters that was signed with the promotion should have been able to receive a stipend. They wasn't. It's not boxers across the board that was receiving a stipend to support themselves. Like motherfuckers was struggling out this bitch. Why? Boxing should be in a better state financially to basically support these fighters doing any type of shutdown. The templates, man. Boxing operates off templates year after year after year after year. It's wild, bro. That's just wild. And then so you take the YouTube community, start rocking out and getting more people who come in here and talk about boxing that was on Facebook too. Some went on Facebook. They just came in here and started, let me check on YouTube. Oh, I like that. I think I can do that. They got their confidence up and start building up their channel. Whatever the shit is, right? When I was in them streets, I didn't see a lot of these cats that's on this YouTube shit. I didn't see none of them at fights. None of them. Even when I was going to fights with no credentials, I didn't see a lot of these cats at all. But now, every now and then, periodically, you'll see them pop up. I don't care. I'm good to go. It's good if they can pop up now. But truth be told, man, you gotta sit up here and scrounge around for freaking content on the YouTube, because boxing's just not gonna give you shit. And still, the people talking about like it used to, like people used to talk about more random topics when it came to boxing fighters to get more exposure, even though they're not the more popular name. But since people are having channels for views and super chats and all that, they only talk about what allows the readers to gravitate to their channel. That's it. So you have other fighters that are important too that don't get spoken on. That's just the way it is right now. That's just like newspapers. Not too many people picking up newspapers and breaking them open and saying, yeah, I want to sit back and read a newspaper. No, when you can go online and read the newspaper. Nobody's trying to goddamn fluff around no goddamn sheets of paper like it's the old school, and you don't have shit to do. You up there sipping on rum, scotch, you know what I'm saying, malt liquor, you know what I'm saying, Crown Royal, Paul Masson, Henny. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Man, this just lit a huge spark to this rematch. Crawford lost his trainer, and Spence is a free man. See what I'm talking about? You putting shit together, huh? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. There, chaos. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. That we need it need to find a way that Spence can get those fans who aborted mission on him after July 29th to come back. This is one of them. And like you said, Bomac is pending his him having this court case and what those consequences are going to be. And then Spence over there, you know what I'm saying? So you have such a unique situation that's going on with both sides that people are going to want to know, like you said. I mean, what's going to happen with this fight? Is if Bomac isn't able to be in the camp with Crawford, people are going to wonder, like, okay, how's he going to look without Bomac in his corner? And then with Spence, how's Spence going to look without Derrick James in his corner? They know out of the two that Bomac can teach. Bomac's goddamn ring IQ is the highest of the high. People don't really have. It's gonna be a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't know about Ben Davidson." Yeah, I don't know about Ben Davidson, but hey, we don't know how broken Spence really is off that fight when it comes to his confidence. So you can take it for a grain of salt about Ben Davidson training, but yeah, I like that. It does provide a unique and intriguing backstory leading up to this rematch. I missed the whole era. Ben Davidson brought Fury back to life. Man, I'm telling you, Ben Davis is no chump, man, when it comes to boxing. He's not, bro. I don't know if Spence is going to sit there and listen to this man the way he's supposed to. We don't know the bad habits that Derrick James have taught that Errol Spence has been doing for quite some time. We don't know the bad habits, man. We don't know how damaged Spence is from being over there with Mr. Grump Grump. Diddy James, the furniture store Grinch. Nigga be up there punching furniture with nobody around and shit, taking it out on, if furniture could tell their story over there in the furniture store, you know what I'm saying? They'll tell you stories of being abused for real. Diddy James coming there pulling out drawers and shit, slamming them shut for no reason. Talking about, take that shit. You know what I'm saying? Take that. Goddamn chewing gum, putting it on the goddamn mirror of the goddamn freaking dresser drawer set, the bedroom set, just to be spiteful. You know what I'm saying? Spraying Windex on the mirror and not even cleaning it off. Just doing spiteful ass shit, dog. It's too late, dog. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. God damn. Man, that shit crazy, man. He is, man. It's breaking news. You just changed the whole outlook of the rematch. This rematch now has life. It does. It has life, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Spence being over there in the UK, this shit. The whole deal is to redirect those who aborted mission and gave up faith in this rematch. This shit right here is good shit. Spence being away, I told people, man, fire Derrick James. It's the only way you're gonna be able to come back, bro. Fire that nigga, man. Get rid of him. People like, nah, he ain't gonna get rid of Diddy. He ain't gonna get rid of Diddy. What? Why not? This is the perfect time. You're younger than Crawford. You have at least about age-wise 4 to 5 years. You know, about 4 to 5 years left. You made good money off this last fight. You're gonna make good money off the next fight. Then therefore, you should fire him and go with somebody else. Not just sit there like a big dummy. I'm just gonna stay there for the rematch. No. Channel your inner Trump and tell them you're fired. The man who once said, no, I haven't talked to Spence. The man left your fight, got on a damn a plane to the UK. Man, come on. He was over there jumping up and down for Anthony Joshua, bro. Come on, bro. Hell no, man. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? It's time to go. For real. It's time for Spence to get up out of there and do what he got to do. But we should talk about this another time, though. Definitely. I'll probably talk more about this tomorrow. But appreciate y'all pulling up, man. It's Friday. Happy Friday to y'all. Whoever's getting up for work in the morning, late on this morning, man. Have a wonderful, great Friday, productive Friday. And I always got to give my people the lecture. We don't have no big fights going on this time. So, man, be careful leaving work early, going to happy hour, to your favorite restaurant or whatever. You know what I'm saying? To the lounge. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn, start doing your regular. Don't get caught, man. Don't throw your job away heading to the New Year's. Because we really don't know if it's going to be a shutdown or not. Chill, man. I know y'all be trying to get off work, 2 or 3 hours before you're supposed to. And trying to talk about, oh, man, I got to change my motherfucking tire. What's wrong with it? Oh, it was just a little bit. The temperature wasn't right driving over here. And it seemed like the pressure wasn't right. My windshield wiper, when I cut it on, man, it's not getting all the water off the way it's supposed to. I swear to God, man. I turned my AC on. It's just, I have it on 60, but it's still too hot. I got to get it checked out. I'm just exhausted. I can't go be driving to work and got my AC don't work right. Y'all hold it down, man. Appreciate y'all. Big shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. A-side official, baby. I'm out. Salute. Peace.
Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss. Now you counting stars, should've practiced more. Should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports.